Let's be honest. I saved one of my best outfits for this video because it wouldn't be the AFC North if I wasn't giving it my best. Welcome back to my channel, and I cannot believe that I'm saying this, but this is the last preview I will have for my series. Obviously, this is my division. My team is in this division. I'm riding for this division. It is the toughest division in football. So I'm super sad that this is how it's going to end, but I'm glad that I did this, and I'm glad that I get to end with the best division in football. I can't believe that we're here, but we're here. We are at the end of this. This is my last division. I saved the very best for last, and we're doing the AFC North this week. And I'm going to be honest with you. I am not releasing these videos like I have every other week. Every other week, I'm like, oh, team that's going to finish fourth. Team that's going to finish fourth on Monday. Team that's going to finish. I am not doing that this week. This week, I am releasing videos however my heart desires, and I can promise you my Steelers will be last. That is how I'm going to release these videos. I also just want to say that obviously throughout this whole thing, I've asked almost everybody I've talked to, like, who they think the toughest division in football is right now. Everybody has said the AFC North, and it just made sense for me to finish this series with the AFC North. My team is in the AFC North. I don't care about any of these other teams in the AFC North, but I will be honest and say I had really good conversations with all these different fans that are in the AFC North. So even though they are rivals, and even though I try to say very limited positive things about each of these teams, this was super fun to be able to talk to these fans and to share this experience with them. It was kind of funny when I was putting this together and I was like, oh, the Browns didn't even have a logo. Like, this is weird. But whatever. My Steelers are making a comeback, and they're going to show up this year. And yes, the schedule is tough. And yes, we have 1,001 reasons not to be great this year, but we're going to be great this year. Our quarterback situation is going to work itself out, and we're going to be great. But on a serious note, I did want to take some time and just thank every single person that decided to come and talk to me about their team. I think it's amazing that they knew that I was a Steelers fan, and they still decided to come and talk to me about their teams. And as I've done every single week, and this is going to be the last week I say that, I will preview the conversations that I had with all the division rivals in the AFC North.
Zero way to Jerome Bettis, Marshall Faulk. He brought enemies. He brought Ray Lewis to Fort Wayne. He brought so like this is my first introduction to NFL, and mind you, I'm being from Indiana. I was a basketball player.
Of course.
My first love was actually baseball, but basketball is really where you sow your royal oats, so to speak. In Indiana folklore, if you want to be an athlete. And I fancy myself a basketball player, but
how tall were you? Like, when did you grow? Like, when
all sports
were you tall? When did you like get tall? Because that's another factor. Some people is like, I was like 6 foot in 7th grade or whatever.
Kid, I've always been a big kid. No, I was 6'3" as a 7th grader, and then I only grew 3 more inches after that. Like, everybody thought I was gonna be at least 6'10". So like, it looked like I was going to be a basketball player coming out of middle school. I looked like one of those gazelles that just got birthed when I was in 7th or 8th grade. Didn't quite know to do with my legs, you know. I used to fall down all the time, but you know.
Okay.
But eventually, I tell everybody I grew this way instead of this way once I got to high school, and so got a little thicker. And so I was a tight end. But I found out probably around my junior year that football was going to be my future. Like, I had offers to play at basketball schools. I got offered from IU, actually, which is a pretty prestigious blue blood when it comes to basketball. But I knew that if I wanted to be a professional in any sport, it was going to be in football. And so just being the sports junkie that I was, I developed my love for football at an early age, even though basketball was number one, and Rod Woodson was the main reason for that. So I was a Steelers fan from the jump. The local teams were the Colts, which was about 2 hours south, and the Bears, which were about 2.5 hours west. Okay. And so they were second and third, respectively. But it started with Rod Woodson, number 26.
I mean, obviously, you made the best choice. So, I mean, that goes without saying. Right. What is it like then to play for your team, like the team that you were like, yeah, one day I'll play for my favorite team, and then you get to play for your favorite team.
Yeah. It was pretty
like being a Bengals fan.
Yes. Well, we've had a roller coaster of emotions throughout the years, but I would say right now, this is like the golden age of being a Bengals fan.
Nice.
It's almost as if Joe Burrow is the savior of the franchise.
I can see that.
Yes. So it's just like we're a lot of, confident. We got the cocky, arrogant fans.
Dude, y'all got a little bit of swag. Yeah.
We got Joe Burrow. So it's like anything's possible. As long as he's healthy, anything's possible.
Yeah, that's the key word, right? As long as he's healthy, because with him not out there, it's a completely different team. It's like night and day. So, and I will ask you this, and then I'll get into free agency. Do you think Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are the best quarterback wide receiver duo in the NFL?
As of right now, yes.
Okay. I you know what? I'll give you that, because I don't think I can make an argument for somebody else. Actually,
I mean, Tyreek Hill is no longer with the Chiefs, and
everybody else, So I'll give you that. Awesome. So tell me about free agency. How was it for you all?
It's that old school. It's called smash mouth football. Like, you got people that's gonna like, hey, and this is how I know that we are respected in what you said. When you talk to players, when you hear former players talk, they will say, oh man, you don't want to go to Baltimore in the winter. You don't want to go to Pittsburgh in December. That's just not like, listen, first of all, it's already cold. And you got a man like James Harrison or Ray Lewis hitting you. You just don't want that. Like one of my teammates in college, he played one of my teammates in college, he played 4 seasons for the Steelers, right? And I'm gonna be honest with you. When he came in the year after me, I remember like he was in the booth. We were running backs together. I remember we'd be at the back of the line, and like he wasn't getting no reps. And we had the starter who led the team in rushing the last year. And then one rep he got, and everybody kind of looked at the starter like, oh snap, give this kid another rep. And listen, after about 5 of them things, we looked at the starter like, yo, you might want to transfer. And he did. He transferred. And I mean, when I went to the Steelers, like I remember asking him, I say, yo, like what's it like? And he was like, yo, you feel every hit you feel it. Like, and I wasn't no weak guy. Like he was about 225. He was an all-state wrestler. Like, so he was one of them. But he told me, like, dog, you feel every hit. Like, you turn a corner, they right there. Like that whole like, oh, I'm just going like shake everybody and power through everybody like I did in college. No, it's not happening.
It's different.
Like,
it's different.
It's a difference. A grown man's strength over there.
At some point, he's gonna
probably interesting. I like your takes.
I mean, outside from the skill, people like will just say shut up and just play football and just talk about football. But there are a lot of dynamics to a person wanting to play football. So if politics or your anger management,
all of it,
thereof, I mean, you don't know how to talk to your players, you're going to lose the locker room. So if you have that dysfunction, and I'm a opposing team, I'm gonna see that. I'm gonna see that they have dysfunction, and we don't have that dysfunction. So I think Stefanski and the quarterbacks that he has, he's going to rock out with his quarterbacks. But I think Sean Payton has kind of burned the bridge with a lot of people on how he treated Russell Wilson, and I don't think Broncos are going to even be a factor this year. Raiders, I love want that. That's interesting. Just with the Raiders, I think they have a good momentum going into next season, and they have it goes to the whole locker room that they supported Pierce, Davis, the ownership. They bought in, so I think the Raiders got a good situation coming in. Just the whole dynamic of Vegas and everything like that is just something I would look forward to going to a game if the game is going to be in Las Vegas and stuff. With any team to be, for that matter.
I love that. Yeah. I hadn't thought about the way that you talked about Sean Payton, until you said it. But one of the things that, what is that saying? Don't cry because it happened, smile because it's over. That's kind of where I'm at right now. And so the series is coming to an end. And I know every week I have thanked everybody that came and talked to me. And I just want to make sure that I do that again. Also, thank all of you for watching this series. This started with just like a random idea of something I wanted to do. I told a couple of people that know me, and then I just decided to run with it. And so I appreciate how all this has turned out, and I'm super excited that this week is the AFC North. Yes, it's a little bittersweet for me because I know I've been saving the AFC North for the very end for this reason. But it's been super fun to come and talk to all of these people, to release these conversations, to see this labor of love come to life. It's been awesome to see how much of you all are supporting this, how much of you all love this. And this just really fulfilled my heart of like talking all things fandom. I don't know why fans are interesting to me. Maybe it's because I find people interesting, but this definitely sparked something in me that I've thought for a long time I would enjoy, but I really love having conversations with people that I know and people I don't know, and just talking to them about the things that they love and different things like that. Like every week, I've always said these videos will release at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Turn on those notifications. I do want to say from the preview, the way that my hair looked, and from the video that might actually be released from the Steelers video, it might be different. And if it is different, I will make a video about why it's different. But at the end of the day, thank you for coming with me on this journey. I'm sad that it's ending, but I'm super glad that I decided to do this, to step out of my comfort zone and to put something together that I thought was going to be cool. And it actually turned out to be better than I expected. I just wanted to give a special shout out to the AFC North because you know what? We are the best division in football. And I don't care if anybody doesn't agree with that. We're the toughest division in football. And until somebody can step up and give me 4 solid teams like we have in the AFC North, and until somebody can step up and give me 4 solid quarterbacks like we have in the AFC North, until somebody can give me 4 teams with a solid defensive line, until anybody can give me 4 solid teams, 4 solid running teams, 4 solid defensive teams, 4 solid teams like the AFC North, we will remain the toughest division in football. And I take pride into being the toughest division in football. But I will end this like any other Steelers fan would say, here we go.